Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody, and excited to be here with Sanjeev here to have some discussion and a talk around lifestyle and nutrition.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in this room. I'm not qualified enough. I think this room is full of intelligent people, but someone who's just a cook gets this honor. So thank you very much for this honor. Appreciate that. I think it's a serious subject that we are talking, and I guess my role here is to make it a little bit non-serious and get it to people the way they should be able to get all that information which is perceived to be difficult. It's something which is difficult to understand. And how can that be done? Nutrition as a lifestyle. Lifestyle is the way a person lives. And I think that's where the disconnect is. And if we say that India is the capital for, let's say, diabetic capital or the lifestyle-related diseases, I think that is the problem. And it's something that we are living our life not for ourselves, we are living our lives the way people expect us to live. So we are seeing our life from eyes of the others. And if we can change that, if we can change that, what is important is our life for ours, not what others think of us. I think that's the biggest shift which is needed is what I feel. What are your views?
Yeah, sure. I think as Sanjeev said, we should not be measured all the time, always, how others look at it. I think there is our own measure with which we have to look at ourselves. Certain things, on the lifestyle, and I echo what Sanjeev is saying, it's about everything. It's not like one or two things around there. But when it comes to nutrition, there is this big paradox which we have. One is there is a large part of this country which is malnutrition. And I do congratulate Outlook for doing this conclave here so that we talk about it openly. And the second thing, there are people who have the means and they're obese. They feel like they have more calories than they need. But you know what? They are malnutrition too. Because their calories are empty calories today. We have got to a stage where people are not consuming the right kind of food, which is the essence of first important element of nutrition. And being a food expert here with us, I would like to hear from you, I have a complete belief in, what you eat is eventually what you are. And it will be nice to hear from Sanjeev what he believes around food. And then I would like to talk a little bit about what else do we need more than good, healthy food.
No, thanks, Naveen. I completely agree that we are what we eat, but who knows what we have to eat? Because that's the biggest problem. And it's not just that a common person goes through this problem. I have many doctor friends. I take my mom to a cardiologist, and he spends extra 45 minutes with me. And the reason he wants to know that what should I tell my patients, that what should they eat. I go to an orthopedic surgeon, I spend another half an hour with him, and after doing years of this, I asked most of these doctors who are friends, I said, why do you ask me? He said, no, but this was not a subject. Nutrition was 2 pages in our, when we were studying medicine, it was 2 pages, and we just flipped through them. And today everyone wants to know from the doctor what they have to eat. So I think the gap is real. Gap is something that we need influencers who can influence well, and people are willing to take any guidance that is there, any information that comes, but the information and all media, could be magazines, could be channel that I own, could be Outlook, could be newspapers, could be everyone. 1 week, jogging is fantastic for you. I start jogging, next week, it's not good for your knees. Stop jogging. Should I jog or not? Same is the case with food. It is so the simplicity is that I remember as a kid I would travel by train and there would be one line that would be written, Savari apne saman ki khud zimmewar hai. I think with food it is good that whatever we eat, our body gives us signal, we understand best our body, and if we can start spending more time on cause and effect, what we eat, how we feel, what we did not eat and what we missed. I think if we start spending more time rather than getting influencers to tell, I think that would be a great beginning.
Yeah, sure, but there are certain things which I think all of us do know. You know, it's just like we like to ignore few things in life, and it's not here in India. You know, I've been blessed to work in many markets around the globe, and I've dealt with many people around the globe. Discipline is a hard thing to follow anywhere. You know, we know what good food is more often than not. You know, it may be between good and very good, there could be a distinction. You know, between a burger and a meal cooked at your home, what is better. We do know that. So there are certain good indications which are around that. But I think the things which have changed for us over the years is how our lifestyles have changed. You know, we do not move our body as much as my dad used to, because we have now far more convenience. You know, no one gets onto a bicycle anymore. No one walks today. Even if you have to buy milk from Mother Dairy in the morning, you take out your car to do that. Meaning that's a short walk and it will do good to you. So I've always believed in 4 things around good healthy body. And these 4 things are, first and foremost, everyone asks every gym specialist a very important question. Can you tell me that one exercise which is right for me? And I tell you the answer to that question today. An answer to that question is the one which you commit to. Everything is good. The only thing which is not good is what you don't do. So make a commitment, do something with your body, and you'll feel good about it. Your body is going to thank you about that. And second thing is, as I said, make just right choices around food. And third thing, which you will be very surprised to know, but there is more than scientific data today to prove that your emotions have a big role to play in nutrition and lifestyle. Your community, your active mind, you know, those things play a very, very important role in how your body absorbs nutrients. So be with people who are like-minded, you know, be with people who do the right kind of thing. And then I'm a marketer for supplements, and you know, I'm there for a reason. I have a belief in it. Today, our diet, immaterial or whatever it is, it has deficiencies. It just has deficiencies. We have to accept that. You know, there's enough data around it. We are a protein deficient company. Our women are calcium deficient. Iron is anemic everywhere. You know, we know about it. And therefore, we should not be hesitant about taking supplement. We need to do that 4th step. And that's what leads to, I think, a much better, healthier body.
I think you talked about supplements and data. I have a big issue with data. I run a TV channel, and I can tell you there are about 860 channels in this country, and each of them can tell you how they are the number one. Because the way you can slice and dice data, it's so easy to tell you that what is in this market we are like this. So couple of years ago, somebody told me that incidences of diabetes are higher on the western coast of India. Data says that because more people were tested on the western coast. So does it make sense? But that's how, unfortunately, I believe. But on food, I have my view, and I've lived with that. And I say that for common people, it's not for people, intelligent people in this room. I know that you all know much more. But I think if we can get this point home, that moderation is the key when it comes to food. One is that there is lack or excess of nutrition, but most people don't even know that how, as you said, that eating or being around people with positive energy. Yes, the way we think, our gut is driven by that. We all know that. But when it comes to real eating, the choices that we make, if we know that balanced diet, and as you said, everything everyone knows, but moderation, if we can lead our life in modern life in a moderate way, and eating everything in moderation, I think most of the problems are there. And then if there is anything specific, target that specifically, because nutrition, one is mass nutrition we are talking, but actually problems are individual. It has to be addressed, the problem has to be addressed individually, and mass, if we can say that the way we grow, the way we live, seasonal, fresh, what is grown around us, if we focus on those things, I think we would be much better and not get influenced by all the messages that we see early in the morning, this diet, that diet, this diet, don't eat this, don't eat this. I think that's more confusing than anything else.
Yeah, sure. I think your comment on data, and I agree, you know, you can at times misuse data. But I tend to just go to WHO because there has to be something where you have greater trust. So I'm not too sure if they're right or wrong, but based on what they say is what I'd like to draw my conclusion. So I don't really run around data here and there. The second thing is, as Sanjeev very, very rightly mentioned, all these diets which came, and I don't know how many of you remember 12, 13 years back, Atkins diet came, and everyone was running around it, and then something happened, and something else came, and then something else came, then the GM diet came, and now, so my belief around that is that some of these are fads. Who gained the most out of Atkins diets? I tell you, the writer who wrote the book, he made $1 million. And there were others who sold those diets. And if it was that good all the time, always, do you think our bodies change in 10, 12 years that it's not good today? Meaning, I think good diet, and there are many theories around it, and whatever I've studied, understood, they say homemade food is the best diet for you. Okay, there must be reasons around that, and I do know, and Sanjeev would know much better around this, there are food additives which are used for taste in restaurant, some people do that. Okay, so there are different views and point of views. I can only but share, given just my experience and my beliefs here. But I like to ask your question, Sanjeev. Food is great, and we are tempted, and we like food. And as I said, I have a big belief in food. But it can be boring at times for us. Just at the same home and same environment. How do you help with variety at home? Would you
Sure.
give some tips to everyone?
Actually, I can read Time's Up. So just sanjeevkapoor.com. I think that will cure the fatigue. On diets, I have one word. Do not diet. Dieting does not mean anything. A person like me believes in saying, die eating, don't diet.